Okay, so today I'm going to go over a review of the supplementary and congruent angle pairs that we talked about yesterday. So you remember from the definition, supplementary means that they have a sum of 180 degrees, and then congruent angles are going to be equal to each other. So when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, they form 8 different angles, and I'm going to use some colors to mark all of the congruent angles. So A, D, P, and angle S are all acute angles, so they're going to be all congruent to each other. And then I'll use green and just make a little green dot. Angle B, C, Q, and angle R are all the obtuse angles, and they're all equal to each other. So let's look at we're going to look at angle A and angle C, and we're going to determine if those two angle pairs form supplementary, they're supplementary or congruent. So angle A and C, notice they're different. You have a star and a dot, so those are not the same. So they're going to be supplementary, which would mean they're going to have a sum of 180 degrees. And if you remember from yesterday, angle A and angle C are called a linear pair because they form a straight line. Okay, the next pair we're going to look at is angle Q, which would be right here, and angle B, which will be up here. So if you notice, angle Q and B are corresponding angles. They're in the same position. They also have both green dots. So they're going to be congruent to each other. They're going to have the same angle measure. Angle C and angle P, those are same side interior. Anything on the same side are going to be supplementary. Also, you can tell they're different colors, so they're not going to be congruent. They're going to be supplementary, which again means they're going to have a sum of 180 degrees. Okay, the next angle pair we're going to look at, angle R and angle C. So angle R is here and angle C is here. This is another set of corresponding angles. They're both green dots and they're both they're in corresponding positions, so they're going to be actually congruent to each other. Okay, angle S and angle B. So S is right here and angle B is up here. S and B are same side exterior. They're on the same side of the transversal, but they're on the outside of the parallel line. So they're same side exterior, different shapes, so they're supplementary. They're not going to be congruent. Supplementary. Angle P and angle A. So here's angle P and angle A. Here's another pair of corresponding angles. They're in the same corresponding position and they're both pink stars, so they're going to be congruent to each other. Okay, and then we can answer some questions. So if it says if angle P is 60 degrees, find the measure of angle C. So if angle P is 60 degrees, I'm just going to label this 60 degrees. We're going to find the angle C. Well, P and C are supplementary. They're same side interior. So to find angle C, we're going to do 180 minus 60, which would be 120 degrees. So angle C would be 120 degrees. If angle B is 120 degrees, find the measure of angle Q. So if angle B is 120 degrees, find the measure of angle Q. Well, notice Q is in the same corresponding position as angle B. Those are corresponding angles, so they're going to be congruent. So it would also be 120 degrees. And you can remember from yesterday, so if all of the green dots would be 120 degrees, because they're all congruent, and then all of the stars, the acute angles would all be 60 degrees. So angle pairs that are supplementary would add up to 180, and angle pairs that are congruent, like alternate interior angles are congruent, alternate exteriors, so like angle R and angle B would be congruent to each other also. Okay, and that is a review of angle pairs formed by parallel lines cut by a transversal.